Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and welcome to my review of tonight's Lucha Underground episode. This is Season 3, Episode 36, called The Rise of the Ring Announcer. And tonight's Lucha Underground was a good show, was a good episode. A lot of hype going into Ultimate Lucha Tres, which is next week. And this Ultimate Lucha Tres card, I say, is pretty damn awesome. A lot of awesome matches put together for this four night episode that they're doing. Because next week is week 1 of Ultimate Lucha Tres, and then the second week is going to be on October 4th. The third week is going to be on October 11th, and then the last week will be on the 18th. So that's pretty much all the 4 nights that Ultimate Lucha Tres is going to take place. But like I said, tonight's Lucha Underground was a good episode. A lot of fun wrestling matches tonight. But let's get started with the review. Tonight's episode opened with, we see Melissa Santos and Fenix training, and of course Melissa Santos has her first match tonight for the first time ever in Lucha Underground. She's going to be with Fenix taking on Mariposa and Marty the Moth Martinez, as was announced last week. But we see, like I said, her and Fenix training. Melissa says to Fenix, she asks Fenix to take off his mask, and Fenix says, if he takes off the mask, he's going to lose everything. And Melissa promises him that he won't lose her. And pretty much that's basically how the episode opened tonight. It was a pretty good opening. I really liked the opening, and I really liked Melissa and Fenix together. They have good chemistry. So, but yeah, it was a good opening. It was a good opening to tonight's episode. And then we get to the first match. Since Melissa is in the match tonight, Famous B took over as the ring announcer tonight, and Brenda was the timekeeper who rings the bell. And the first match tonight, it was Dante Fox versus Tejano, and this was a fun match. I really kind of enjoyed it. Back and forth between Dante and Tejano. We saw a Kill Shot was watching from the crowd. Of course, Dante is going to be taking on Kill Shot at Ultimate Lucha Tres, which that's going to be really awesome to see. And we see Dante, we see Dante Fox, just as the match started, he just starts beating Tejano down, and saw Tejano block the Fox catcher from Dante. He hits a backbreaker, covering Tejano, and then Famous B ends up announcing Tejano as the winner when it was only a 2 count. So Famous B fucks up once again, and he comes in the ring to celebrate, and then we see Dante Fox roll up Tejano for the win, and so Famous B ends up screwing Tejano. And then after the match, Tejano wants to beat up on Famous B, but Dario Cueto ends up coming out. He stops Tejano from beating up Famous B because he needs Famous B to be the ring announcer tonight. And Dario ends up making a match for Ultimate Lucha Tres, and he's gonna put Famous B in a match with Tejano, and then Famous B is like, "Oh, I still have a broken arm," and then Dario jokingly says that it's a handicap match, and he says if Famous B wins, which possibly, or literally Famous B wins, Dario will end up giving Famous B Tejano's contract, and meaning that it's gonna be his it's gonna be his uh, sort of like his client. So pretty much that's basically what happened. But it was a fun match. But up until that horrible finish with Famous B, just coming inside, saying, "Oh, you winner Tejano," and then you know him screwing Tejano for the win. So, but it was horrible finish in my opinion. It just sets up the match for next week with Dante and Killshot. So, and then when Lucha Underground came back from commercial, we saw Dario Cueto. Dario meets with Son of Havoc, who comes in, and he says, when he wins the Gift of the Gods, he's joining the title match at the Ultimate Lucha Tres finale. Son of Havoc says it. And then Pentagon Dark arrives, and he says that he will break everyone's arms tonight, and he's going to win the Gift of the Gods title. And then Dario ends up, making a call, and he tells whoever's on the phone to say, get some extra EMTs for the main event tonight because, maybe Pentagon Dark will break almost everybody's arm. So, but it was a decent little scene. So, and then the next match, of course, it was Melissa Santos and Fenix versus Marty the Moth Martinez and Mariposa. And I really liked Melissa Santos's entrance where she just, does like that with the with her whole style that she wore tonight. And this match, it was a solid match. It was actually a pretty good match, and it was just back and forth between them. You had Fenix picking up the pace in the match. Mariposa, was trying to take Fenix down, and Mariposa slammed Fenix and hit an elbow drop, which was really cool. And we actually saw Melissa Santos, get in the match, and she jumps on Marty, and she then starts to work. She then starts to work over Mariposa, and she ends up tripping Mariposa into Marty's crotch, which was funny. And they both hit a leg drop, and Melissa Santos ended up holding Marty down, but Mariposa ends up, going up, crotches Fenix, and the match took a little bit. The match ended in disappointment, where we see Mariposa tying Fenix up to the bottom rope, and then it was just Mariposa and Marty just hit a double pedigree on Melissa Santos to win the match. So, but all in all, it was a solid match. It was a pretty good match up until the disappointing end. It's just building the hype to Fenix versus Marty at Ultimate Lucha Tres, which is going to be a mask versus hair match. So that's going to be really awesome. And then after the match, we see Marty go into that lunchbox that he carries, and he takes out scissors, and I guess he's gonna cut. He wants to cut Melissa Santos's hair, but Fenix ends up, freeing himself, and he saves Melissa, and Marty and Mariposa just run out of the ring. So, but all in all, like I said, it was a solid match, pretty good, in my opinion. And then when Ultimate Lucha Threat when not Ultimate Lucha Threat Lucha Underground came back from commercial, they announced all the matches on that are going to be taking place at Ultimate Lucha Tres. One match, it's going to be El Dragon Azteca versus Matanza in a steel cage match. That's going to be really really awesome. And also of course, we're going to have Fenix versus Marty, hair versus mask match. Katrina versus Ivelisse, I think that's how you pronounce her name. Taya versus Sexy Star in a last luchador standing match. Dante Fox versus Killshot in a 3 stages of hell match. Supposedly they call it a Hell of War match. And basically what they said is the first man, either Killshot or Dante Fox, gets 2 victories, they win the match. So that's gonna be all these matches are gonna be awesome. Tejano, of course, Tejano versus Famous B in a contract match. Famous B wins. He gets Tejano's contract. Cage versus Mil Muertes versus Jeremiah Crane, which I'll explain, at the end of the video. We're gonna have of course, Johnny Mundo versus Prince Puma in a Lucha Underground title match, of course. So those are pretty much the matches that I explained, but there's more that I'm gonna explain towards the end of this. So, but the next match was the main event. Was the Gift of the Gods title match. Paul London versus Saltador versus Mala Suerte versus Drago versus Cortez Castro, Pentagon Dark, and Son of Havoc. And this was a good match. This was a good main event. It was a very fun match where almost everybody was brawling in the match. But the end was because both Pentagon and Son of Havoc ended up covering. Havoc covered Mala Suerte and Pentagon covered Paul London, and it was a double pin. So Dario Cueto ends up coming out, and he books at Ultimate Lucha Tres. It's going to be Pentagon versus Son of Havoc in a ladder match for the Gift of the Gods Championship, or Gift of the Gods title. So that's going to be another awesome match to see. My pick to win that match. Both of them are really good. Both of them are really great in the ring. Pentagon Dark and Son of Havoc. But my pick, I have to go with Pentagon Dark. I think he deserves the Gift of the Gods Championship because of how strong he is and how really how much he's really good in the ring. So I think, in my opinion, he deserves to win the Gift of the Gods Championship. So, but all in all, the match was good, but up until that that double pin. So, and then the reason why they're doing this is because Pentagon Dark and Son of Havoc are the 2 guys who are the most over on the roster. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I like both of them, but like I said, my pick has to go with Pentagon Dark to win the Gift of the Gods title. And then the episode ends. We see Dario Cueto meet with the replacement for Delgado in a limo, and Dario still has the gauntlet, Cage's gauntlet, and he says that Jeremiah Crane or Mil Muertes could be a good host, and Dario ends up booking Cage versus Crane versus Martinez, and the winner of that match gets Cage's gauntlet, and that's going to be happening at Ultimate Lucha Tres. So, but that's another awesome match. Like I said, all the matches that are on this Ultimate Lucha Tres card is all going to be good matches. So can't wait to see what happens next week at week 1 of Ultimate Lucha Tres. It's gonna be an awesome show. So yeah. So anyways, that's it for my review of tonight's Lucha Underground episode review. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, I'll see you all later. Bye.